Hey guys, so something pretty interesting happened over this past weekend that we haven't seen in over 20 years. The sun sent a massive blast of energy straight at Earth, and it was so strong that experts are calling it the biggest solar radiation storm in more than 2 decades. What actually happened was the sun shot out a ton of super fast charged particles, so think of them like tiny bits of energy moving almost as fast as the speed of light. This is called a solar radiation storm, and this one reached an S4 level, which is considered severe on the official scale. The scale goes from S1, which is mild, to S5, which is extreme, and this one was S4, meaning it was pretty serious. And it's rare. The last time that we got hit this hard was back in October of 2003 during the famous Halloween storms. Now the good news is that people on the ground were completely safe. As long as you're here on Earth, which you are, we have 2 major protective shields. The first is our thick atmosphere. This blanket of air around us soaks up most of the dangerous radiation. And the second is Earth's magnetic field, which acts like an invisible force field, deflecting a lot of these charged particles away. So regular people didn't feel anything harmful directly. There were no radiation burns or any immediate danger. The direct impacts were mainly to astronauts in space. Anyone on the ISS got extra radiation exposure and had to take precautions. And also people on airplanes, especially flights going over the poles, because the atmosphere is thinner up there and the radiation risk is higher. Then there's all the satellites orbiting Earth. A lot of them got bombarded as well. Even if there aren't any humans on them, radiation can mess with their electronics and operations. And that's where we can feel the effects indirectly. It can mess with your car's GPS, it can disrupt communications and the routing of airplanes. A big part of the global internet, phone calls, TV signals, basically all the background systems that keep us connected depend on satellites, and some of them did take a hit. Now thankfully, this one wasn't catastrophic. There were no major blackouts or total system failures reported, but there were some interesting side effects that people talked about. Some individuals living near the coastlines said they felt small earthquakes. Others reported really bad insomnia or feeling wiped out and exhausted. And hundreds of people were saying this, which makes you go, okay, something has to be going on. Now we don't have solid proof that solar storms directly cause earthquakes or mess with people's sleep, but the timing is interesting. It could absolutely be a coincidence. We just don't know yet if there's a direct impact on stress, sleep, or how people feel. And here's what's really interesting. We didn't just get one hit. We actually had 2 space weather events happening at the same time. We had the solar radiation storm, the fast charged particles that I talked about, and we also had a geomagnetic storm. That's when a giant cloud of plasma from the sun's outer layer slams into Earth's magnetic fields. It's basically like a bubble of solar wind crashing into our shield. That combo made everything more intense. The geomagnetic storm also lit up the skies with auroras. Normally you would only see them near the poles, but this time they were visible way farther south. So we had these intense space weather events, but also some absolutely amazing light shows in the sky. And if you compare this to the past, like in 2003 when the last major one hit, that one caused real problems. There were power outages and fried transformers. This time around, utility companies were way better prepared. They knew it was coming and adjusted things ahead of time to avoid major damage. And most of us slept right through it. There were no big disruptions on the ground. And honestly, the biggest thing we got out of it was a free spectacular light show in the sky. But all this is a reminder of how connected we are to the sun. Our technology, planes, and satellites all depend on it staying calm. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.